these are the books that I'm planning on reading in the month of March. Now, if you've already read the Red Rising series, you know that the month of March should really be a recovery month for me, because last month was the month that I picked up one of the most emotionally tragic space war strategy stories I've ever read, and I think my brain needs a little bit of a breather. I'm definitely going to continue on in the series this month, but what do I do after that? Well, let's get into it. Now, when I left February, I left off at Iron Gold in the Red Rising series, and of course, I'm jumping right into it. In fact, I've already started and finished Dark Age, and started and finished Lightbringer. Dark Age is the 5th installment of the Red Rising series. Technically, there's the first trilogy, which is good on its own, but this is the 5th book in the 2nd sequel series. And Lightbringer is the 6th book in the series. I'm obviously going to get more into this in my wrap-up at the end of the month, but this series is a lot darker than the first one. Dark Age very much describes this perfectly, and Lightbringer,
hello darkness my old friend,
was the most emotionally tragic book I've ever read. Anyways, I need something completely different than the Red Rising series just to kind of bring my mind, body, and soul back to its natural state, and that is through Housewives, specifically my favorite housewife, Lisa Rinna. I haven't read a memoir maybe ever. You know, I did read Matthew McConaughey's and I loved that. I'm listening to it on audio, and Lisa Rinna narrating it is actually quite hysterical to me in a good way. This has been the best decision of picking this book up after the Red Rising series. Next, we have The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about this book. All I know is that I've seen it on everyone's Goodreads. I've also seen that Taylor Swift was listening to it on audio. So if there's one thing about me, it's that I want my mind to be as similar to Taylor Swift's as possible. So if she's read this, I want to read it. But in all seriousness, this is a literary mystery where a girl goes missing. She disappears from a summer camp, and the more and more people look into this case, they uncover secrets about the family. So I'm very interested in this because I could use like a nice thriller mystery book to kind of, like I said, reset my factory settings. I want to just go right back into sci-fi with Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Now, the main reason I'm reading this is, number one, I've seen so many people rave about Project Hail Mary and how good this is. The movie is coming out later this month, so I want to read it before then because I want to go see the movie. However, I am the type of person that I need to read the book before a movie, before a TV show, just because I do feel like once I've seen the movie or the TV show, it really does muddy up how I think of the book after. So definitely want to read this before I go see the movie. This follows a scientist who wakes up on a spacecraft with absolutely no memory of how he's got there, only to slowly realize that he is on a mission to save Earth from extinction. So no pressure. Do you think the tone of this is going to be completely different than the other sci-fi book of Red Rising I was reading? So I think I'm going to be okay with picking this up. Next, we have The Book Club for Troublesome Women by Marie Bostwick. This is a historical fiction of women who grew up in the 1960s. These women start a book club where they start to have conversations about the expectations that are put on them as women. And through this club, they start to confront marriage, their independence, and their role in society, especially at the time. I feel like I'm just chit-chatting with the girls about just an average day. Except no, in the 1960s it was, I mean, it's bad now, but it was way worse then. And last but not least, we have True Colors by Kristen Hanna. Now, this is a hopeful. I try to sneak in as many Kristen Hanna books as possible. I am so excited to read this because it's been a minute since I read a Kristen Hanna book. This story follows 3 sisters in a small town in Washington, and it explores their very complicated relationship with one another and their family and the choices they have made as adults. But anyways, here are the books I'm planning on reading in the month of March. I think this is going to be a good month. I'm like excited for this. That's all. Toodaloo.